Hey y'all, it's Betsy with Happily Ever After Etc. and welcome back to another book review. Or should I say, my first book review, because this is not a book channel. Typically we do crafts, we do gardening, we do home decor, we do garden and home tours, but I love books, I love reading, and I did do a little tiny book review when I redid my bookshelf a few months ago. I will link that below. I have been collecting all the pretty special editions for a while now. I am obsessed. If I had more money, I would have more books, but that is another problem. I'm very excited because today I finally made my first Illumicrate purchase. It actually got here a few weeks ago, but I wasn't planning to do this video since I'm not a book channel. But I haven't seen a lot of reviews or overviews of these books. Don't even really know if anybody wants to see them, but I have seen a lot of hype for them on Facebook and Instagram, and y'all, I love them. I'm excited about them. So I figured I would do a little review slash just look at them, really, is what we're doing, is just gushing over them. So what we are looking at is, of course, Tamora Pierce's Song of the Lioness Quartet. So these are Alana's books. She has several different series. These were my absolute favorite books growing up. Along with Harry Potter and a few of the other earlier fantasies in my world. This would be, my dad's Lord of the Rings obsession would have been my Song of the Lioness obsession. It follows a girl, Alana, who was a twin and does not want to go to a convent to become a nun. And so she switches place with her twin. And instead she follows her heart to go training as a knight. She becomes the first woman writer, and it follows her story and her adventures. This is not a new series by any means, so if you're looking for spoilers or not spoilers, I'm not necessarily worried about either of those. I feel like most people have read these. They are young adult. You can see this was my version back in the day when I started reading these at 14, 15, 16, and I love them. I have read them so many multiple times. They are beat up. They're actually in decent shape for how many times I've read them, but the spines are cracked and they're just tiny little adorable books, but they're so pretty. And I can show them to you up close. This was one of the few sets that I had a box set like this. I have all of her books, not just this series, but all of them. This is the only one I have in a box set. The rest I bought individually. But by the creases in the spine, you can see how many times I really read these. So when Illumicrate announced this set for a part of their 10 years of Illumicrate special editions, they're doing a whole bunch of different series that are beloved, not just new releases. I knew I had to have them. I literally set my alarm because, of course, Illumicrate sells their books to subscribers first on the first day of release. Then the second day it is open to general audience. So I had no idea if it would even make it to the second day, but luckily it did. And I was able to buy a set. First set I've ever bought from Illumicrate or Fairy Loot or any of the big subscribers. I've bought them, on eBay or whatever, but not from the actual company. And they sold out, I think, within like 4 hours, which, as far as Illumicrate standards, is not the fastest. Like I said, there have been some of their releases that haven't even made it to general audiences. So the fact that it even made to general audience was great, but it definitely sold out quickly. So we're going to take a look at all of the books. They are gorgeous, stunning. They are smaller books than you would necessarily see for a full, large size hardback. They are young adult, but they are gorgeous, gorgeous books. They do have sprayed edges. Don't worry, I am going to bring you in closer so you can really see them. But I'm just obsessed and I love them. And I was a little apprehensive when I bought them because, of course, when you purchase them, they are a pre-order. And so we had some of the cover art and I believe the spines, but I didn't know exactly what they're going to end up looking like. And they are so much prettier in person than I ever could have dreamed. So, well, I still don't have the money to buy every single Illumicrate edition book I would love. I never did get the Bridgerton series. Maybe one day. I am thrilled to have these. I'm going to bring y'all in and show them to you up close. All right, so let's start at the beginning. They do have the numbers on the side, so we know book 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alana, the first adventure. So you can see the title. Main dust cover here has the illustration, and it is foiled. And then it goes around to a full wrap at the back. If we see the side, each of the sides has its own colorway for the sprayed edges, but they are all kind of the same design. And then we open the book. So each book has custom end pages. Alana meeting Moonlight for the first time, with a few key characters in the background here. But oh my goodness, the printed hardcovers may be the prettiest part of the whole design. And they have just a little bit of foiling. They are gorgeous. So of course, if we compare this to my original versions with their creases in the spine, we have the first adventure. Again, we have Alana and Moonlight, very, very similar, but just, of course, a little updated. And I love that we have more of the cover art. We have more of the scenes here. We have more of the city. This is more of a traditional style. I love both. You can see the size difference. They are just, I mean, these are just stunning additions. They're a bit more illustrated vibe than even the originals. Now, you can see that these are clearly illustrated. It's not a photo, but this just gives me a bit more cartoonish, I suppose, feeling than the more realistic illustrations from the originals. Not that either is bad, just a little different. I love it. So there's book 1. Book 2, In the Hands of the Goddess. Again, we have Alana and Moonlight. Got the wolves on the back. We're in the forest here with the green. And here we have when the goddess came to see her. We have our little kitten. We have her sword. Look at that scowl. And again, Moonlight in the background. And the hardcover. Y'all, I love that they just did the foiling like a little bit, just like on the windows. It's just catching the light. It's very subtle. And I am here for it. And likewise, we have similar vibes for the second original book. We have the hands of the goddess. We have her sword and her little kitten there. And Moonlight in the background. Again, in the forest. I mean, we're following the same story. So obviously, the illustrations should be similar. But I love the detail that they've gone into and that they're depicting, you know, the places on our printed hardcovers and with a scene on the inside of the books. And we're getting a little more sophisticated as Alana grows up. Book 3, The Woman Who Rides Like a Man. And honestly, this book set in the desert, I'm not going to say it's my least favorite of the stories, but probably my least favorite of the stories, in that I still love it, but I like the other 3 books better. Look at all the horses. But this cover is 100% my favorite of the 4 covers. Look at that. I never thought that the desert village was beautiful until I saw this book. And then I was like, oh my God, I want to go there now. I mean, I always wanted to see it and to see the people and be in the story, but this just looks magical. Straight up magic. Woman Who Rides Like a Man. Very similar. Alana and Moonlight. Got the little cat there. Isn't the cat's name Faithful? Am I imagining that? Am I making that up? Again, she's getting older in this book. Her hair's getting longer now that they know she is a woman. And she can be a woman while still being a knight. 2 do not have to be mutually exclusive. And I love that they're still staying true to the original story, but everything is just so much more sophisticated in these new editions. And book 4, Lioness Rampart. That's how I've always said it, but it has that N in there. Tell me how you say it. I love how she is literally just in the snow on her mountain journey here. Pure ice blackout. It is so pretty with the swirls and the blue edging. I love it. Fighting up on the mountain. The only thing I don't love about this edition is that Moonlight is not on the cover like she is on the other 3. But of course, Moonlight cannot go on the mountain with her, so it is true to the story. If it is not my favorite part. Because on the 4th original book, we do have Moonlight. We are not on the mountain. We are a full glory Lady Knight. And Moonlight even has her armor on. Faithful is fully battle ready, as opposed to here, of course, always the sidekick. But this is the only one that is a different vibe from the original books. Again, I don't think they were trying to copy the original books or that they were trying to, you know, be similar to them. And again, since this was the box set, I don't even think these are the original designs and illustrations. I think there is an original with different artwork. But these are original to me. Either way, I love them. I love how they look together. I love all the spines. I cannot decide if I want to display them on my bookshelf this way with the numbers and the spines, or this way with the sprayed edges. And if you know what this kind of like tear is supposed to mean, let me know, because I have discussed it with other people online and I still cannot figure it out. Neither can they. You're all giving up. So I hope if you are a big fan of Tamora Pierce like I am, you loved this video. I am hoping that Illumicrate does more of her series. I would love Wild Magic and a matching set to these. And Illumicrate, if you're watching, don't worry. I will buy them. I will buy any Tamora Pierce book that you make. Beautiful. Okay, so you have customers. Just give us the books. Nobody will get hurt. Bye, y'all.